Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Welcome once again to another session of Living World of Darkness. This is a scene for the Mage venue. We open up shortly after our cast of heroes for the day have gone through the easiest ride in customs that they have ever experienced. Well, at least in the past 10 years or so. The getting on the plane was surprisingly simple to the point they weren't asked to check any luggage. They didn't even have to take their shoes off, and the plane that they were specifically instructed towards at the end of the runway was completely empty, save for, of course, a pirate and a very small and unobtrusive crew, each one wearing an earpiece that others in the airport didn't have.
Catherine looks at Felix. Did I not tell you not to worry, that I had this covered?
Oh, yeah. That was probably the greatest nap I've ever had.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm the fucking Princess of Darkness. Never forget that. I get on the plane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
As everyone gets on the plane, they receive the exciting announcement that normal travel time for this flight is approximately 8 hours and 45 minutes. However, the pilot adds they may be able to pull some favors to get a more direct route and cut that time down to about 7 hours.
Eyebrows loft.
I came prepared for this.
Scott is sitting straight up, gripping the armrest very tightly.
Scott, have you ever flown before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine puts
I have.
Xanax and a peanut butter cup in front of Taylor.
No more drugs. No more drugs. No more drugs.
They're not
Did
for
it
you.
once? Did it once? Okay, thank you.
Eyebrow.
This guy. She gestures at Felix. Metal tube. We're avoiding a worst case scenario.
Cast a side eye at Felix. Is he just like getting comfy in a fucking seat and looks like he's about to pass back out?
He's actually getting more acclimated to being awake. The nap was really, really nice. Experience this flight and look out the window and do all the fun experiences of flying.
She'll give his shoulder a poke. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, are you planning to, like, go insane and rip the plane apart and kill us all?
You know it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're fine. I'll just keep this here. Like, scooches it a little closer on her tray. Like, I'll just keep this here.
Oh, is that peanut butter?
Are you serious right now?
What?
And Catherine just
Did she just like visibly jam the fucking pill in there?
No, she left all the grunt work to Taylor. She returns to Scott.
Oh God.
Do you want like a book or a magazine?
Or a barf bag or 5?
Hey, are you gonna use that?
Passes him the barf bag.
Yeah, I like stockpile.
You sure you don't want to like take anything?
No.
You want like a stiff drink of some variety?
No, I may that might exacerbate things.
Okay.
Just it's cool. Just leave it alone. Don't talk. Don't look at me. Don't even look at me. I don't exist.
Scott.
Just let him do it. This is an experience.
If I don't exist, it means I'm not flying.
Okay. You could
Okay.
just take a nap before we take off and just sleep, and it'd be fine.
Catherine checks her gear bag, confirms everything's in there, and then settles into a seat.
Raids any other seats, stockpiles barf bags. He can sit next to Catherine.
Okay. As the flight drags on, those 7 hours still feel like they take forever. And it being a plane, getting to sleep via normal means not the easiest. How many times does Scott barf during these 7 hours?
1 second.
Okay.
3.
3. So you are also enjoying the wonderful smells of vomit. After a while, the speaker in the plane will come on and it will say, "We're about to touch down in Prague in the Czech Republic. You can see the flyers in the airport for tourist information and places of interest if you'd like. This round-trip flight is brought to you," and they list off some like weird technical terms and numbers. And then they'll end it with, "We are cleared for landing. Please buckle your seatbelts." And the plane will go down. Without a hitch, they will find themselves unloading into an airport in an incredibly scenic city with old-style architecture and lots of spires, and overall an almost anachronistic-looking place.
All right. And she turns to Scott. You want a bottled water?
Scott is currently kissing the ground.
Can you please stop doing that?
But it's so beautiful.
Drink the bottled water.
As soon as just a second. I'm fine. Go on.
Square one, Scott. Where is square one?
1. Uno.
Yeah.
Yichi. Ein.
Catherine, when she speaks, what Taylor and Felix hear is Japanese. However, what Scott hears... God damn it, Scott, now is not the time to have a nervous fucking breakdown. I swear to fucking God, we're in the middle of Prague.
Who's breaking down?
Scott, are you just saying one over and over in different languages?
Hi.
Why would you do that?
Felix waves to Scott and says, "Hi."
Pun. Okay, I'm walking now.
Follow the Scott.
Jeez. I don't think I've ever been this sleepy after... Oh, God.
You want a Red Bull, Felix?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Catherine gives him a Red Bull.
Felix gets wings.
Scott, during his research and looking into the Hermetic researcher and ancient texts that directed him here, would actually find that the place he was looking for is about an hour out of Prague.
We're getting a taxi.
In a little place called Sedlec. The primary location mentioned by the scholar where he went to conduct his studies on the vampiric cult was beneath the church known as the Bone Ossuary.
Scott will relay this information to Catherine.
That sounds ominous.
Crazy word, right?
Catherine turns to the rest of the party. Everybody ready for ominous?
Yes.
Yes.
Scott, I'm going to level with
I'm
you.
gonna warn you. Yeah, I was about to level with you too.
Catherine just kind of has this look on her face, near blank cigarette stare. Please, by all means.
I was just gonna warn you that it's kind of creepy in there.
You're going to warn us that it's creepy in the Bone Cathedral.
Yeah.
Sadly, this fits my job description.
Also, it's really cool. I've looked up pictures before. That place is
Anyway.
crazy.
You're like our soul translator, dude.
Oddly enough, Czech was not one of the languages I know.
Do you know any of their other commonly accepted languages?
Oh, geez.
I looked on Wikipedia. They got a lot.
It is a Slavic language. The closest that I'm gonna come to it is Russian. But that's like a different branch of the Slavic languages.
We'll go with that and work from there.
Thank you, Shelby. We'll be fine. We're fine.
The wonders of the modern world.
Yeah. Everywhere except America. All right. Yeah, we need a taxi.
Well, thankfully.
And you'll notice it being a fairly large tourist city, many of the street signs and stuff are both in Czech and in English. And some German, depending on the area.
In which Catherine hails a cab.
Getting a cab is pretty easy. One will pull over post haste. So the thing is, did any of you remember to get some euros?
We're about to make a cabbie upset
Yes, we are.
because the player knows that while we are in fact at the airport.
Hang on. I got you.
Oh,
This is this a cab where you where it's got an electronic meter that you pay at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Very modern.
I got you. So, yeah, nope. Felix will just hold a hand out to the others when it comes to the Euro situation. I got this. And yeah, the plan. me see here. I take it we're just glossing over this part.
Yeah, nothing crazy is going to happen on the drive there. It's just when you get out, the cabbie is indeed going to expect some like money to happen.
Does he have like a credit card swipe in the back?
Let's see. Also, we're going to be in the general dice roller.
That was
Mhm.
the cab ride I took in Vegas. They had credit card terminals on the headrests of the front seats for the passengers in the back to like swipe and stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll go with that. It is a really big tourist location, and cabbies make some bank.
Yeah. Catherine will note to visit a currency exchange before they get too far into the boonies.
Okay. The general dice roller. Where's that at?
Oh, sorry,
Extra
the first extra one.
Extra
Okay.
dice for the 01.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. When he goes to swipe, I'm gonna. Can I use plug and play?
I think you can, buddy. You got two werewolf staff dudes here.
Oh yes. So I'm going to spend the one gnosis, and when he swipes,
Willpower.
Isn't
Is it
it?
willpower?
Yeah, it's willpower as far as I know.
oh, right on. He's gonna spend the point of willpower, and when he goes to swipe his card, he's gonna look at his phone, and he's gonna be pretending like he's multitasking, and he's gonna try and make whatever screen that usually says transaction complete or whatever do exactly that.
Okay. Once the screen pops up in the cab driver, the cabbie will thank you in English.
Oh, anytime. Thank you. Wave.
And he'll wave as well. And once everybody is safely out of the vehicle, the cabbie will head back, leaving all of you outside of a place that definitely lives up to its name. As are there any outside pictures of it?
Catherine looks back at the group. How heavy are we?
There we
right
go.
now?
You see a massive church, although on the outside, thankfully appears to be made of concrete.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing we gotta go inside where the real creepy stuff is.
Yeah.
Scott, they're just bones. It's okay.
I don't think there's anything as just bones. Like
It's not like they're fresh. They've been there a long time.
that doesn't matter. Like it's arranged in an architectural manner. Like human bones uses. That's not.
Scott, buddy.
You know how hard
Yes.
I worked to make props that looked like that?
Yeah, but that's not a prop.
Scott,
Yes.
I've got like what I've standardly got with me, nothing heavier, sadly. Okay, this guy over here, and fucking she gestures rather to Felix. That you rolling heavy right now?
Oh yeah.
Rolling heavy.
We
Stuff in
haven't
Very
muscle.
met yet. Like I just flew 7 hours and I was kind of preoccupied. I didn't even think to ask your name.
Right. Probably didn't help that I was out cold, but yeah. And he offers his hand. Felix Sullivan.
Scott shakes his hand.
And you got Taylor. Taylor's pretty good if she can get her hands on something. Taylor, you got a little something you're gonna have to loan off from me.
Huh? Oh, it's in. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know how hard it is to like rearrange that for sitting?
Pretty damn hard.
Okay, I get it. You're gonna shoot the bones if they creep me out. I gotcha.
No, I'm gonna hit him with a sword.
Oh, okay, even better. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Catherine ruffles Scott's hair as they go up the steps of the home sewer.
All right, as you go up the steps, the place is a pretty popular tourist destination. So you may notice people wandering about taking photos. And, well, the first thing you'll probably notice is the entire inside has massive architectural formations, chandeliers, and all of that made entirely out of fairly well-preserved human bones.
You can't
This
tell me
this
that's
is a
not
lovely
creepy.
photograph of the inside.
And as he's saying that, Taylor's like, "Oh my god, I never thought I'd get to see this in person." It is geeking madly.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look, that's not normal.
Well, I mean, are they doing anyone any good in the ground? Look at this. It's beautiful. They're being used to make something beautiful. Why do you have to be all upset about it?
Well,
Look
you
at
know
that's
what?
a chandelier.
Why don't you and I go to the archives and find the consent waivers for them to do this?
Oh, they had to be put somewhere. They like, what was it? I think
If you
they
can,
said
if
they
you can
had
find
to...
that for me, I may,
Oh my
I may
god.
be willing to incline. But
Oh my god, Felix Google.
Oh, I gotcha. The Google flu is strong.
Scott, we are literally standing here arguing the politics of medieval post-mortem consent waivers.
It seemed prudent. I know where I stand.
I mean, it was this or like the equivalent of a mass dead landfill? They all had to be dug up. I can't remember why.
Listen, I'm, I guess desecration just isn't in your vocabulary.
If they dig me up and make me something beautiful, at least I'm something beautiful.
And there you go. Not
As,
everybody thinks like you. Sorry.
As you're debating in architecture, someone with sort of a little badge and a little clipboard will come in and sort of very politely and in a friendly way sort of give you the rundown about how the place was built as an alternative to a mass grave during the Black Death and after the Hussite Wars in the early 15th century.
Taylor sticks her tongue out.
Because of how many people were buried in the cemetery, it had to be greatly enlarged to the point the city probably couldn't support its population of dead.
Alternative to mass grave. That is where the tongue comes out.
And he says this with like a very chipper sort of attitude.
That's irrelevant. Like, seriously.
I mean, it's not like you can just reach up and touch them. Jesus Christ. Have some respect.
Well, okay, I shall turn you into a lamp one day.
It better be a really good lamp. It better be like that fucking
No,
chandelier.
it's gonna be a shitty lamp.
No,
I'm
don't turn me into a
gonna say
shitty
it
lamp.
because you don't into
Oh
this.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Focus.
Gosh. Oh no.
Okay. Focus. It's the Elias Taylor that kills me.
It's the lampshade as her ass that's getting
Oh God.
Before we
Meanwhile, like he's like, focus, focus, and Taylor just slowly leans over. If you make the lamp out of my skin, you better moisturize me.
That's
Leans
creepy.
back
That is
upright.
awful. You are terrible. You are a
You
sick
don't watch Doctor Who.
human being. What?
You don't watch Doctor Who.
It's an awful show.
Oh, we are not starting this debate.
Felix takes
Stop.
rage.
Stop now.
I will allow it. That's how the werewolves burned down a national landmark.
Oh no!
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, God.
Or the last.
Because someone had to say some shit about Doctor Who. Now we have to kill international fucking recognized landmarks.
Yeah, you make it inside the church, and what are you doing now? The texts say that the area of research was beneath the church, although it didn't tell you exactly where the passageway was or how to enter it.
Okay, guys, we focus. Okay, focus. We have to find a way to the lower levels.
Are they blocked off to the public?
You know, that's
Um,
a good question.
A lot of the place is blocked off to the public. Although there are like little ropes and stuff that show you the areas you can visit.
All right. Give me a minute, all right? And
Mhm.
Catherine begins to peruse from the roped off areas. We're not breaking laws yet.
Yep, I will innocently be looking for something useful while I geek out really hard.
Felix is going to try to rope Taylor in for a selfie with the bones.
Yes! She will demand that at least one of these selfies have the chandelier in it. It's like the most iconic shit ever.
Yes.
What was that nonsense about the episode when people were praying to Doctor Who and he gained the power? What?
No, you go in that corner.
That was ridiculous.
Just because you don't get it doesn't make it ridiculous.
I perfectly get it. It was magic.
And that's really unbelievable to you, right?
No, I it's a show about science and aliens and all that stuff, you know, and I can suspend my disbelief to a certain point. But
the rest of it's totally
they
logical.
prayed to the doctor.
You go in that corner. You're in the timeout corner now. Besides, we gotta actually look for stuff.
People
Grabs
around the
Felix's
world
hand, goes that way.
raising them to the sky like it was a Goku spirit bomb or something. They prayed to the
No,
doctor.
walking away now. Walking away. Drags Felix by hand.
Wait, but I like. Oh, okay. It was cool though.
Lame.
You're lame.
Bob, you don't have to type your actual serious play. You can talk to the ST.
I mean, it helps me more than it helps anyone else. Here we go. That's 2. I'm gonna go higher though. So we're bumping the diff up to 6, and I am now tempting fate. And that's a 3. 1 for the what do you call it again? Effect. And a 2 for the duration.
Okay. As soon as you activate your prime sight and look at this place through more than just mundane senses, what you get is some of the darkest, nastiest resonance you have ever seen in your life. The place looks like it's covered in pulsating black and red flesh and veins as this stuff leaks into the air in the surrounding area. If you'd like to roll your perception awareness, you can try to track it to its greatest point.
I would love to do that. Let me look up my scores. I haven't rolled this one in a while. All right. All right, perception awareness. Here we go. Worst dice pool, not the best either. Looks like I've got a whopping 1 success, unless you -2'd the diff for some reason.
Nope. At 1 success, you find yourself wandering around this sort of maze of dark resonances. It takes you a little while, but eventually you find a fairly large concentration of it, although what you see is a flush wall, where it starts to really get powerful.
I suppose Prime Sight would have been the wrong option when it comes to trying to suss out crazy secret paths.
I mean, if someone wants to hold my hand, I can try Matter Sight. I just need to find the thing and look up diffs.
I could peek into the Umbra.
But I don't know you can do that.
What Catherine does, though, in the wake of receiving this information is motion for the others to come over.
You could definitely peek into the Umbra if you want. And as for difficulties, it's a coincidental level 1 effect. So that is difficulty 4 for your first roll.
Woohoo! Thank you. First, I will gather.
The gauntlet here, while it's in the city, is a little bit looser. Not so loose that there may be some sort of cairn or anything right here immediately, but your difficulty to peek is going to be 5.
Ooh.
Be careful.
Peek.
We're standing in front of the highest concentration of yin in this building.
And where is
I
that?
don't know what that means.
Where is that point exactly? Sorry?
Right in front of me.
No, I meant like at a game, like where in the building?
Did you get your Matter Sight up?
Oh no! Since he's calling us over and saying this is right here and like indicating a place, I was just asking where in the building it was, just in normal relation to the rest of the whatever.
Oh, it looks to be a flush wall. It's fairly out of the way of all the things that people are taking pictures of. There's some bone decoration around it and even on it, but not as much and not as extravagant as the major points of interest.
Sweet. And she'll lean over to Scott. I'm pretty sure that means bad juju.
Oh.
And Felix, looking into the Umbra, this place is crawling with Banes.
Yeah, Felix's grip.
Mostly
I'm sorry.
blood Banes, actually.
Oh, Jesus. Felix's grip on Taylor's hand tightens a little.
She glances over.
And yeah, she'll like see his eyes like glowing at first, like completely whited over glowing, and then they fade back to normal. He's like, there's some bad shit here.
Yeah, that's what he just said. What did you do?
Well, I peeked.
Oh.
I peeked into the upside down.
Oh. Yeah, so bad juju everywhere. Noted. So we are faced with a wall. I guess it is my turn to potentially make horrible mistakes.
All right, what you doing?
I'm gonna do Matter Sight. And I'm trying to remember what I put on here. Yeah. So yeah, she will Yeah. She is going to pull out a little notepad from her pocket and start kind of not trying to accurately sketch like the pattern of the things in the wall so much as just trying to jot down the generalized design and pattern, and yeah, it's gonna try a sneaky peek. Woohoo! And if I may spend a quint, I will try to extend that.
Sure.
Nope. I'm not going to tempt fate. Or actually, I guess I need to. One success into duration is how long?
2 turns, about 6 seconds.
Fuck it, I'll drop some more quint. I'll drop one more quint. Nope.
That is a botch, my good man.
Yep.
Well, as you take a look, you start sketching, and you kind of get a gist of the pattern as you start slowly working your way to drawing details that other people can't see until something happens and your hand jerks and just creates this big, ugly scribble
You drew a dick.
right across your drawing.
Yeah, it's just like this one like giant like scribble in the middle of it, and she proceeds to go, shit, fuck.
And you'll take 1 paradox.
Fuck.
Right?
Yeah. She'll kind of look at what the hell she was drawing more properly now and try to discern where the fucking jerk of her hand started and try to figure out what the hell just happened and what she managed to get.
Nothing that seems very useful, sadly. The jerk of your hand happened the moment you started adding in details that aren't readily apparent to the naked eye.
Stubborn nose wrinkle appears.
Scott is just going to take a look at this wall for any kind of glyphs or writings that may be there.
There isn't any writing, just a sort of very small figure created of bones. It looks to be a skeleton of someone shorter than your average grown adult, and it's staring off into the distance.
If I follow the direction it's steering off to, what do I see?
It is staring at what looks to be a small shrine with several skulls and left coins, and a couple of Bibles.
Okay.
Quick question. If Catherine's gaze comes across this particular shrine, is there anything with prime type being on right now that pricks the interest?
It too is surrounded in very dark resonance, and actually, yes, there's something small and glowing amongst the coins, kind of like an ember.
Catherine approaches as much as she can approach without like a security guard or employee being like, "Hey, guy."
Yeah, there are coins from mostly the modern day in there. Just looking at it, it seems to be buried, but you can still see that faint glow.
She motions the party to come about her.
Oh, look, we're clearly all looking at this thing and not at all blocking the view of people with our bodies, because that would be inappropriate.
Cover me while I do something stupid. With the wall of fellow tourists obscuring her, Catherine goes in for a closer look at the shiny.
The shiny appears to be some sort of ancient coin made of silver.
And Scott gets to be, once again, the sole audience to some of Catherine's musings, considering they share a second language. For somebody who says they exclusively deal with the living. Catherine stands upright, now in possession of a silver coin. Totally pockets that shit.
If you'd like, you can make a perception academics to identify the coin.
Yeah.
You know, I could, but we happen to have... Doesn't Scott have his doctorate?
I don't think he ever got the PhD.
Didn't ever get the PhD. Well, you know what? We've got a PHU. This is your shit, son. Rock it.
Perception academics.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. It is a silver stater of Pharnabazus as satrap of Sicilia. That is a Persian currency dating back to the late 300s BCE.
That's an old coin.
Yeah, and it's basically on fire, and I have no idea what it does.
Okay. Okay, we need to find a way. Okay, a way. Maybe that's a key of some kind, but I don't know why it'd be there. Scott reaches into his bag, pulls out a pair of glasses, puts them on,
Mhm.
adjusts, and is going to activate a correspondence site. 2 successes. One into one into effect, one into duration, and I'll extend the cast and spend a willpower.
Okay.
And this time it's difficulty 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 success, and it'll pump that into duration. So 1 success for
Okay.
effect, 2 for duration.
Taking a look at the connections that make up the coin, you hear faint whispering and see a small trail of text in mixed characters that seems to match a sort of text you see surrounding each of the eye sockets in the skull that was gazing at it.
In Japanese, he'll say to Ken, "This is some Indiana Jones shit." And I imagine it sounds like, "What about Indiana Jones?"
Yes.
Yeah, poor Taylor and Felix are just watching these two babble on like this.
Well, I mean, depending on what's up, Taylor may well, like, unless they still need the body shields, we'll probably be like back over looking at this wall accusingly.
Oh, I know that one. He said Indiana Jones.
The second that
Oh my
the body walls disappear, so does the coin in Catherine's pocket. Yeah, it is.
No, I mean, it's still in Japanese.
Yeah.
I think it's a key, and it may go into the eyes of the skull over there.
Question being, can we risk doing what we're thinking about doing with all these people here?
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, do you have a way in after hours, big guy? Because I am not a master of unlocking.
Do we know any?
Oops, sorry. I didn't know which big guys.
Do we know any Jills? Huh? 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 Come on, you feel me?
Catherine,
come on.
Catherine takes a look around the building. Still touristy?
Yeah, still pretty touristy.
She leads Scott back over to the group. Okay. We may about to be doing something ill-advised and really stupid.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What kind of stupid?
Here's the deal. We have what we're pretty sure is a key. And we're pretty sure we found the keyhole. Problem is, we unlocked that particular door. All these people around. We may run into issues.
Ooh, 1 second. Shelby, can you remind me how far Forces can fucking reach on its own?
Without correspondence, you're looking at about, like, if you hold out your arm, about that length twice.
Okay, I could have sworn it had its own little doodad. But okay.
That's mostly for, like, firearms and thrown weapons and stuff.
Okay.
Like, for propelling them.
Sorry, I thought I had like an across the room distance.
If everyone huddles together like penguins, you might be able to get it to work without correspondence.
No, I was gonna create a distraction and like have one of the skulls topple off the wall or something on the other side of the room. Like just give it a little nudge. But I can't reach that far. Just gonna want me to do something slightly less dumb but really distracting.
That being.
Make something fall. Everyone's gonna be really interested in that thing that just came dislodged from the wall. I'm just saying.
If you can do it, do it.
Okay. And she'll go back to innocently meandering about the more touristy parts. And in fact, probably will wander her way gradually around to the far side. And is gonna see whether or not she can pull off nudging something from its place without touching it.
Do you have any larceny?
I do not. But I assume as long as I don't like dramatically point and hold my head while it falls, I'll be good.
Then make me a dex subterfuge roll.
Lol, subterfuge. Do I even have that? Probably not.
I have both subterfuge and larceny.
I thought you were doing it magically.
I was doing it magically. That's what I said
you
without
were?
touching it.
Sorry.
No,
Then,
no.
Yeah, you can roll your Arate then.
Yes.
And do that the
God.
magic wheel.
I was like, no, why?
Oh shit!
No, I thought you were just trying to like brush up against something
Oh.
and make it look like
Nope.
You didn't
Nope. I just have to be close enough that I can affect it. And, innocently look around and see if I can get one of these skulls to topple. Here's hoping I'm not a flat Riri at this. Shelby, what is my diff? It'll be one of the loose skulls that's sitting on a little altar thing, kind of like in the picture.
Okay. Going for coincidental level 2, that's base diff 5.
Okay. I'll spend a willpower because I don't want any more fucking... No more. I've never managed to build up any decent amount of docs. I don't want to start now. Woohoo! So
All
that
right.
is 3 successes to just be like, and push.
At 3 successes, you will see one of the looser skulls topple to the ground. As it makes noise and falls over, you'll notice people seem more drawn to it. Like moths to a flame.
Uh-huh.
Tourists are simple creatures with simple desires.
And
And I'm sure all
Like
the
telling
official
people
type
at
people
home.
are definitely all up on it, so...
as
Dude,
Tate-
there was totally a ghost in the Bone Church.
Yeah, exactly.
as that little rally starts up, and Tay
Totally
returns to the
surprised.
party.
Yep.
Meet Keyhole.
All right, left eye socket or right eye socket?
His left or my left?
Oh god. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. She
Flip a
looks
coin.
she looks at Scott, man.
You have seconds to decide.
What
There's a
with
connection to
correspondence?
both eye holes.
I'm sorry, what?
The coin does have a connection to both eye sockets.
Just pick one.
Fuck it, right?
Okay. You stick the coin in the eye socket, and you'll watch for a moment as they start to glow very faintly with red. And you'll see the door very gently crack open.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky in. Sneaky,
Go, go, go,
sneaky,
go.
go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Just give her drag.
And you'll find yourself in what seems to be a massive underground stairway. This time, the wall's still made entirely of bone. And
Yeah.
little, in fact, nothing in the way of light sources.
That's
So
okay.
once that door closes behind you, it's pitch black.
It's all right.
Lots of
I brought my own.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what does this stairway look like in Prime Site since I put a scene duration on it for some crazy ass reason?
About the same as the rest of the church. There is a red mist with a dark resonance basically flooding the place.
Well, you know what kind of jerk off Catherine is? A lot of people use their cell phones as flashlights, right? But Catherine has one of those stupid travel flashlights.
No.
Tiny one. Yes.
No.
Yes.
The
Like
one-
the one that
happening.
goes on your keychain that you just like you have to squeeze the shit out of to get any light out of.
The one with like the button on the very butt of the.
Yes.
Oh my god.
No.
Felix pulls out his phone and he puts on the flashlight.
Okay. You can see as you head down the staircase, it starts off fairly straight, but eventually turns into a massive spiraling one. Once you reach the bottom, you are met with a hallway, although inscripted upon the wall, Catherine will see it glow in what appears to be still fresh blood is some writing. The writing is in Latin.
Oh, I can read this.
Scott,
That seems fine.
I haven't taken Latin since that time I tried to get close to someone that I really wanted to bone in college. I'm going to read this out pretty amateurishly, and you're going to help me.
No, Latin's like the worst language to do that. Why would you do that? Latin's so you can like ace the SATs and like
It
have a basis.
seemed like a good idea for my language credits in college.
Okay, but like I can take care of it because I'm fluent in Latin, so you don't really have to like struggle with this.
Can you see what I'm saying?
Oh, good point.
That's why I'm going to try to read it out to you, and you're going to translate.
Is it there physically as well, or is it only in Prime Site?
Oh, it's visible. It under
It's just
Mate's
fresh
light.
blood for us and glowy for him.
Yep.
And wait, Catherine was like, wait, you can all see that?
You mean the blood Latin?
Oh. Well, her eyes trail off. Like in that way people do, like they hope their eyes trailing off will somehow derail the conversation.
Gets a conciliatory pat on the shoulder.
So Scott, was it? What's going on there?
What does it say, Shelby?
Well, in Latin, Scott will notice that it has a very sophisticated rhyme structure. But this isn't a movie, and rhymes don't translate in actual languages. So the translated version of it is, in Nod, where the light of paradise lit up the night sky, and the tears of our parents wet the ground. Each of us, in our way, set about to live and take our sustenance from the land.
Okay, this is some biblical shit here.
I am now forced to ask, because I knew one of those words as a player. Does my level of Kindred Lore provide anything for this?
Roll your intelligence kindred lore.
Will do.
Difficulty 8.
Difficulty 8? Gotcha.
Mhm.
Once again, I have to look this up because this is not a dice pool I use often. Oh, wow. I actually brought it up to that level. That's awesome. One success.
At one success, you know Enoch to the vampires is the first city. Oh, sorry, Nod.
And Catherine swivels around.
I hit myself a little.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may have a vampire problem.
I kind of put that
Also,
connection a while back.
Anybody with academics can also roll, because Nod is actually a thing in the Bible.
Was that
Like-
intelligence or?
Intelligence academics.
Three. Standard diff?
Mhm.
3.
2.
With those successes, you will know the land of Nod is the earliest place mentioned in the book of Genesis. It is east of Eden, and it is where Cain murdered his brother Abel.
Yeah, this is really biblical shit.
Listen, we don't
Yes?
really have the convenience of time or safety
Mm-hmm.
for me to go into the details of why I'm not happy today.
Okay.
Eyes up.
Yes.
You might be walking into something interesting.
Yeah. I mean, bones and blood and biblical shit. Yeah, I figured. But look, this is cool.
There is nothing about their kind that's cool. And she starts walking down the hall again.
Taylor's gonna just casually shrug off her nice little overcoat and kind of hold it over to Phoenix, be like, "Hey, can you hold this for a second?"
Yeah.
And is then going to proceed to pull a fucking sword off her back.
Oh,
Okay, I can take it back now.
there you go.
Continuing forward, you'll see, still in fresh blood, the walls become more ornate, painted with gorgeously realistic murals of an ancient land, what you can only assume to be an interpretation of what the poem started with. And as it continues forth, you'll see a massive doorway, probably 15 feet in height. And on it is a sculpture and a relief painting in the blood of two beautiful, idyllic young men. One with an angel wing on his back and holding a zebra. The other grounded in grains, holding plants and looking solemnly down at a rose. And it says, again in Latin for Scott, "And I, firstborn Cain, with sharp things, planted the dark seeds, wet them in the earth, tended them, watched them grow. And Abel, second-born Abel, tended the animals, aided their bloody births, fed them, watched them grow. I loved him, my brother. He was the brightest, the sweetest, the strongest. He was the first part of all my joy."
It's Cain and Abel.
Why does Cain have a wing?
Because he's Sephiroth.
He was the good one.
What?
Ignore him.
No,
Guys.
no, you what?
Guys,
What?
we are literally in a giant tomb that, depending on that first little piece of poetry, might be a monument to one of the highest points, if not one of the first points, in motherfucking vampire history. And you were talking about Sephiroth.
I just wanted to know why he had a wing. He committed
Because
the
he was
first
the
fucking
good one.
murder.
He was the good brother.
What?
No.
Since
The
when?
one with the wing also has the zebra. That means
Yeah,
Abel.
that's Cain. That's the guy who committed the first fucking murder in humanity.
No. Abel was the one who offered up the animals to the Lord.
No.
And what?
Abel was
Apparently-
the one who offered the grains. Cain offered the animals
You
and
know,
then killed his brother.
it might strike us here that our understanding of history that has been passed down through several aeons and several mediums might be different than the understanding of history of creatures that have been here since time immemorial. So you know what? If the creepy mural says that somebody offered up a fucking zebra, I'm actually liable to believe it.
I know,
Now-
but that one is Cain.
No, but
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
I'm telling you, you're wrong. I read the thing.
Guys,
It's
new
the
problem.
Cain killed the
These
soul.
doors are huge.
Abel raised the animals. You're wrong. You're wrong.
These doors are huge. What are we gonna do?
Like, okay, look, we are in a tomb with ancient writings. I'm saying that getting the writings correct may be important.
Okay. So, Scott,
Yes.
doors open. How? I ain't
that-
that beef.
Is there a handle on the door, Shelby?
Yeah. Made out of bones, but there's a handle.
May I pull this handle?
You may. The door will open.
So, in line with an anime face claim, can we all just imagine the group sweat drop as he just opens the door?
Not everything is magic. Sometimes a door is a door, even if it's a creepy door.
This is World of Darkness, not Dungeons and Dragons.
I'll tell you a story one day. But like,
Oh.
the door opens and Catherine nudges Felix. You
Uh-huh.
with me. Taylor, watch Scott.
Frowny face.
Taylor,
He's being a jerk.
don't stab Scott.
I don't stab people. I mean, unless they're trying to
Not
murder
even a
me,
butt poke.
then I stab them. But I'm not gonna. I might
Okay.
kill.
Watching you.
I don't have anger issues like you do.
Wait, no, I'm going in there. Like,
You
Yes,
are.
but they're going first.
oh, I got you.
Okay. Let's move. And in Catherine goes.
And as you continue forth, in there is a massive room, again painted with murals, telling the story that we all know and love of Cain slaying his brother Abel. Although, as it wraps around the room as a sort of giant Nickelodeon, you will see the story has some significant changes. As Cain strikes Abel down and is cursed to gain no sustenance from the earth without sacrificing joy for toil, Abel rises as an angel of vengeance and begins culling the children of Cain, the humans.
See, I told you that he was the one with the wing.
And yes, Abel was the one with the wing.
I was the one with the wing holding up the animal, though.
Abel's the shepherd.
Guys,
Oh, God damn it.
let's all take a moment to appreciate the fact that we're witnessing something that I'm pretty sure human eyes haven't seen in forever. God damn it, Felix. And yeah, she literally just says that once she hears the clicks.
Trust me. This might be useful later.
And it will go on to show Abel reclaiming his blood from the children of Cain, and then Lucifer cursing Abel to never stand in the light of the sun.
Did you say Lucifer?
Yep.
And how is Lucifer depicted in this particular?
Lucifer is not depicted as the cloven-hooved Pan-like figure. He is depicted as an incredibly beautiful, shining angel with
Okay.
several sets of massive wings and musical notes surrounding him. It's Lucifer the Morning Star, not Lucifer the evil goat.
Not Baphomet. Okay.
And that is where it ends. The room is empty, save for what looks like a massive altar.
Oh fuck.
All right. Umu, stop taking pictures.
It's useful.
I need you
Trust
focus.
Yeah.
We're gonna move slow. Okay, step by step.
He puts his camera in his bag.
Everybody be ready in case, like, I don't even fucking know anymore. I'm just paranoid. And Catherine steadily approaches the altar.
The altar is what contains the inscriptions describing Abel as reclaiming the blood from the children of Cain.
Scott, come here. You know shit.
I know some shit.
You know a lot more than me. I'm gonna be flat with you. This transcends pretty much everything Norman Reedus ever taught me about the living dead.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for books. Like, there were supposed to be books here. But it just gets creepier and creepier and more biblical, so...
And we're in the dead end.
Yeah. Okay, alright. So what am I looking at?
Well, we've got this altar and we've got a dead end. Anything you can rip out of this is going to be useful to us. Do it.
Also, Catherine, with your prime sight up, you can see that the altar is glowing.
Scott, don't touch that.
Not touching. Would correspondence make it look any weird, or?
With correspondence sight, you can see those faint characters and whisperings start to connect it to what looks like a very large, kind of octagonal, I don't know how to describe it. It looks kind of like a seal in the ground.
Okay. Scott will go into the seal, look for any kind of inscriptions there or anything.
Nope, it's just a very faint seal, as if it would open up into something, or perhaps something would go down.
Okay, so it's not like a seal as in like a royal seal.
Right, right.
Okay. He will sorry, I just read the side chat. He'll go back to the altar and start examining it for any oddities. Like,
you can roll your perception investigation.
okay.
Oh, Shelby, I want to do a thing.
Okay. What thing do you want to do?
I want to peek into the Umber again.
Okay.
Bloop. Hey, look at that. 3
That's
successes.
when the door became a fog wall.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You can see a massive, hideous bane wrapped around that altar with a proboscis that appears to be set in there as if to drink something from it. The bane is probably a bit bigger than your Krynos form.
Yeah, he's gonna give it a good look, and for the rest of the duration of the peak, he's gonna close his eyes.
Pretty sure you just stopped looking, but yeah.
You know that gif from Dark Souls where he puts up the lantern and there's the skeleton?
Yes, exactly that. Exactly that.
That's exactly what happens. And that's exactly what the Bane looks like. except it has a proboscis.
Poke.
I got oh wait a minute. Investigation is a knowledge, so I can't roll it.
Do you have alertness?
Yes.
Give me your perception alertness then.
Nada.
You have no fucking idea.
I mean, is there anything obvious on the altar? Like, just really obvious, like things on the altar?
Just the inscription talking about Abel reclaiming the blood of the children of Cain.
Continues to gently prod Felix in the shoulder while he makes his creepy eyes.
Scott, give me an update.
Ken.
Catherine.
Cat, sorry. I am so sorry.
I'll split the difference with you, kitty.
No, that was my bad. I screwed up.
It's the
I
nickname I prefer
apologize.
anyway, Scott.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Kitty. I got some bad news.
That being.
So, like, this is talking about reclaiming blood. I think it wants blood.
Let me have a fucking look at this thing.
It wants blood.
Blinks up. Oh, hey, your eyes are back.
And Catherine will now investigate the altar.
All right, you can roll your investigation or your alertness.
That was my investigation with 4 successes.
Nice. Yeah, you see small remnants of what looks like very old dried blood around the rim of it.
Okay. Catherine sighs because Scott was right, and she just spent time confirming it. Okay. Who wants to bleed?
Oh my god, wait. This is like some straight up underworld shit. How do you know you're not like feeding something?
I don't.
When that seal comes up and it's like some crazy elder vampire bat guy, I'm gonna be sad. Then I'm gonna hit it with a sword.
All right. So you know how everybody cuts the palm of their hand? That's like the dumbest thing. And Catherine reaches under her coat and takes out the like small knife that's in the small of her back. It's like the dumbest thing. Why would you do that? Here, watch this. Watch modernity. And she just pricks the tip of her finger and squeezes it out like she's trying to have a blood sugar test done.
You'll see it light up and glow red. Everybody will, in fact. And it shakes just a tiny bit. Although it doesn't look like that was enough blood to really persuade it.
She like really squeezes that extra couple drops.
Mm-mm.
She grumbles and pricks her finger again. This is becoming more and more like an actual blood sugar test as time goes on. She tries it blood sugar style again.
As you do it blood sugar style, you can feel it move down mere millimeters.
God damn it, I'm gonna have to do the movie thing. You have no idea how much this upsets me.
Oh my god. Wait, whoa. How much are you gonna bleed? Because you need to be able to fight.
Look. Okay. I can do it, but you better be able to patch me up.
Scott, what did I used to do for a living?
You kill things, and I still want you to kill things. Me, I'm worthless in that department.
Scott,
I can
EMS,
stand
bro.
to be a little
EMS.
like
Scott,
lightheaded.
I was a fucking EMT.
Oh, that yes.
Give me your arm. Not gonna cut your hand. I'm not gonna cut any fucking nerves. It's the top of the forearm. I'm not even fucking at risk for tendons.
He sticks his arm out and he's looking away.
Yeah, Catherine.
Taylor is gonna take a hold of his shoulders to make sure he doesn't like jolt or something.
Now, whatever you do,
brace him.
don't fucking
Don't touch me.
Don't jerk around, or you will fuck this up.
Just want to make sure
Mhm.
you don't move.
Okay. Now on 3. 1, Catherine does it.
Ah!
All right, as you bleed Scott in there, the larger amount of blood that it takes will start to persuade it a bit more as it'll start going down. Felix, are you still looking into the Umbra?
Fuck it. Yeah.
You will see the thing begin drinking happily.
Oh, hang on 1 second. I got just the thing for this. If I can find the right.
Like a
There it
horrible
is.
skeletal mosquito.
Kitty.
What, Scott?
Don't let her turn me into a chandelier.
Nobody's gonna become a
She's
chandelier.
the devil.
What? Me?
You're gonna be fine. This
I
is
don't
a
want to be a lamp.
this is a relatively superficial wound. To put
No
some
one's
fucking
turning you
Neosporin
into
and a
a
Band-Aid
lamp.
on it, Scott. I'll even give you orange juice and a cookie.
I'm so lightheaded.
And as it goes down, eventually it will stop. And you will find yourselves in an enormous library.
Holy fucking shit, Scott! You want that cookie?
I
The,
think this is his cookie.
Am I in heaven?
the walls are
No, you're
lined
still
with
alive.
books. Some of them in dead languages, a few in languages you don't even recognize.
Patch me up, patch me up, patch me up, patch me up.
And
So
you
you want
also
an
see
actual? Sorry.
a fairly comfortable looking reading nook. And it actually has what looks like a young woman sitting in the reading nook. Although her hands are crossed over a very large book and she appears to be sleeping.
Scott, we're gonna have to put a moratorium on that cookie.
I don't need a cookie. Look at this.
Scott, we're not
Yes?
alone down here.
Okay, but I can be really quiet.
Many questions here. Does the woman appear dead?
Absolutely. Although freshly dead.
Freshly dead. Got you.
Oh, that's way better.
Definitely
Oh.
no color in her. But
My-
like there's no signs of rot or you know what a fucking vampire looks
Yeah.
like.
Okay. So, like, especially with Prime Sight up, you just it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's a vampire.
Yep. Prime Sight will
Alright.
definitely show a flow of magical blood.
Okay.
And she lights up like. Have you ever looked at a vampire with Prime Sight before?
I'm trying to think, but maybe.
Okay.
But like my memory's not clear. I can't give you a defined yes or no.
She is damn near blinding.
Fucking shit. That's not a normal person. Fucking my eyes.
You think she looks dead? Do I like chop her head off like in the movies?
No, we're not gonna chop her head off. We don't know how old she is. They get worse when they're older.
But what if she wakes up?
Look,
If she
she's a
wakes up-
librarian.
Look, if she wakes up, we'll deal with it. I'll
be
approach the
quiet.
situation with my usual wit and charm and probably Daffy Duck us out of this. Or we'll all die.
Do you really think she's the librarian?
Scott.
She has to be. And that's
No,
a
no, no.
sacred
Scott,
position that should be respected.
God
Nope.
damn it!
No, Scott, that's how they get you.
Scott, do you think that you can fucking use this shit without her waking up, or am I about to do something stupid again?
Maybe if you'd stop yelling at me.
Speaking of which, we've been yelling loud enough to wake the dead. And she looks over at the sleeping woman again.
She's not doing anything, although her eyes are open.
Frowny face.
Oh, it's her eyes are open. Her eyes are open.
Do what? Do you want me to just like open a book and lay it on her face, or is she gonna like
This-
Nah,
eat my
I-
arm?
Hey,
Look,
I'm
I'm
hi.
gonna try this shit. Okay.
No, I'm hi.
And as you're arguing, suddenly she is right in front of you.
Ah!
Jesus.
She's fairly short. She's like 5'4".
Fuck!
That's still Catherine's fucking response.
Look at that fucking last name.
I see that.
Hello. We seem to have stumbled into your place, and we're sorry about that. We
Are you
didn't
the
think
librarian?
She has this look on her face.
this isn't a normal series of events for us, but we think it might be in your interest to know that like the world's about to end and we're trying to make that not happen. And you seem like someone who's very interested in the world not ending because you live on the world. So maybe
Side eye.
we can not have bad things happen right now. Really sorry about barging into your place.
What year is it?
Uh,
This is the year.
2017.
Yeah.
She just kind of blinks a few times. Oh. I must have dozed off reading again. How did you find this place, humans?
A lot of reading.
and a little bit of luck.
A little bit of talent.
I was looking for the bathroom.
She grins very broadly, even laughs a little bit.
Oh, that's very good then. Yeah. Tell Morgan.
So, two guys walk into a bar, right? And
What's the bar?
Felix tries to think of what the equivalent would have been.
Tavern.
Tavern?
Tavern.
House?
Inn.
She seems to understand.
So, I apologize. Give me a second. I didn't come prepared
You know
with.
what? You know what? It's good to quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
She looks mildly disappointed for just a second.
Oh,
Hey, I got it. Okay. So, matter of factly, three men walk into a tavern. What you call it, tavern master, the gentleman serving drinks tells them, if you can sit in my basement for a day, I'll give you free ale, wine, free drink forever. Yeah, the first man walks out after 5 minutes and says, "It's impossible. You've got a swarm of flies down here." So the second man tries his luck, but can't take more than an hour. And finally, the third man goes down. And when he returns a day later, the other asks him how he did it. And he says, "Easy. I took a shit in one corner and sat in the other."
She grins.
Blink.
How
Like,
amusing.
Catherine
Does
likes.
this era no longer have toilets?
No, we've advanced in toilet technology.
Oh?
Now you can press a button, and it goes down a system of pipes, far, far away.
She just kind of nods, like, yes, this is a wise idea.
But yeah, I was kind of hoping to take a look at your very, very fine collection here. There is something stirring far across the ocean, and based on my research, there may be more information in this very fine library about it.
What is it that is stirring?
Something that is like a harbinger of the apocalypse.
The term, actually, Shelby, this is a question. Has the term outsider been put out amongst the mage PCs?
Many times.
Okay. The term outsider has been thrown around a lot.
She is going to suddenly look very serious. How long has this been going on?
A few months now.
Has it awoken?
It's trying.
Yeah, cracks have been starting to show in its shell. It's trapped in a rock.
A rock.
Big rock.
I see. Must be a tiny one then. Minuscule, really.
Well, that's good. So, and it's kind of been toying with people's dreams. And in one case, someone actually began to speak a language, and it kind of sounded like that's the thread that led me here, was that language.
Do you know the exact words spoken?
Oh, buddy. And Scott bangs on his head. Wailing, pain, blood, but it is joyous all.
Poetic, I suppose.
Catherine nudges Felix.
Taylor, meanwhile, is casting Catherine a deeply concerned look for Scott's sake.
And Felix immediately looks over to Catherine.
Show her the pictures.
Right. And Felix pulls out his camera and flips to the picture of the egg in the meteor. And flips it around for her to see.
She will glance down at it. My apologies, I had mistaken you all for humans. I was unaware I was in the presence of magic users.
Yes.
That's a phone. Kind of nudges Felix like.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Bro, she's never seen a phone.
Oh, yeah. Yes, more technology of the future. We copy an image of what exists and immortalize it. It's kind of like magic, but not.
A form of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. Is this widespread among your kind?
Very.
Taylor will pull out her own phone, open like the picture gallery, and just kind of like turn the screen around and offer it to her. And once she's put a hand on it, we'll do the little swipe to show her that she can swipe between pictures.
Magnificent. I would be delighted to help you, but I would like one of these technologies in return.
Done. Felix reaches into his bag and pulls out a burner phone.
Does it have pictures and stuff on it?
It can very quickly.
Is it a smartphone?
It is.
Then yeah. All he needs is some of that there Google.
Mm-hmm. Do you like cats?
She thinks for a moment. Yes, I had one when I was a girl on my family's farm.
Okay. Favorite? What color was its pelt?
It was gray.
Gray. Felix looks up a picture of a gray cat, saves it as the background on the burner phone, and finds a place where you can download about a gig's worth of cat pictures, which I imagine is not very hard to find.
Are there a bunch of lol cats in there?
There are so totally lol cats in there.
This is a strange dialect.
Yes, the language is known as meme.
Ich kann has Chesaburger.
Meme is not a language I have known.
It is Germanic, a subsect of modern English.
And she will say something that sounds Germanic. Scott, you will actually have to roll to like decipher it.
Ooh.
Catherine is doing this thing that some people do. Like, while Felix's shenanigans are going on, she's just, like, found a point in the library and is staring at that.
What's my diff?
Do you have German as a language?
Yes.
All right, it'll just be diff 5 then.
Okay. Then in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
She said, "How wondrous," in a dead German dialect that has been dead since the 1100s.
He actually cups his hands over his mouth when he hears that.
She blinks. Was that vulgar?
Nein, wunderbar. He said,
He
no, wonderful.
kind of smiles blankly at his new speak.
He'll basically start talking in German, trying to match certain words that he heard her say. Just people don't speak like you do anymore.
Oh, yes. It has been a problem for quite a long time. Methods of speaking change so much.
Oh, you have no idea.
She just kind of smiles. Her expression is more like, you have no idea.
It's just, but she doesn't know memes. She hasn't seen the horror that is Twitter.
Please don't give the Bali Methuselah Twitter. That is how you, like, end the world.
Yeah.
I mean, she can download any app she wants. I'm just saying.
Let's put some parental. Let's put some parental blocks in this.
Who continued speaking in German? But to this very serious matter of the outsider, do you have any text pertaining to it that might aid us?
Indeed, I have multiple first-hand accounts of those of my order when dealing with these creatures, some from very old friends of mine. Do you know what manner of beast it is? Any defining features, behaviors, intelligence?
It holds the visage of a tentacle-like being.
Our best seers say that if it wakes up, the world ends in mass cannibalism.
Mass cannibalism. She kind of thinks for a moment. That's particularly strange, as I had thought we had put the cannibal to sleep for good and a few years ago. It was very recent. Sometime in the 1300s. 1312, she will say.
It's trying
700
again.
years ago.
Time flies.
Yes, not long at all. It should not be awake by now.
As far as we know, it isn't quite yet. The rock's still barely managing to contain it. And that rock
the
has
ooze.
seen trouble.
The ooze.
Ooze?
Yeah, like the cracks that are forming are kind of oozing.
Green fluid.
Oh. It is but an egg. How
It has.
has it been opening?
What was that, Shelby?
How quickly has it been opening?
Slow. It still hasn't made much progress. It started weeks ago.
And it's worth pointing out that this rock has been in the possession of humans for a very long time, and it's only just now starting to form cracks.
I see. Where is the land you hail from?
Far across the ocean. A new world.
I see. How have things been in this new world? Have you had any recent mass tragedies?
Every day.
Then it should not have a reason to wake up if its dreams are pleasant.
It's been trying to eat at the lifeblood of worlds beyond.
How do you mean?
And Catherine has the look that comes across every Hollow One's face when they're asked to explain magic that is their magic.
Oh my god, magic. It's eating magic.
That.
Like, whatever you want to call it. Does the little, like, spirit fingers. Magic.
I see. I had a colleague a while back who was well versed in your type of magic. Although I'm afraid she has long since perished. She chose to live the human lifespan, but a blink of an eye. Though some of her books may still be around here, somewhere. And she'll look around at the genuinely stunning amount of books here.
Is there a index of some kind?
She frowns. They're organized by language. The last I saw her was in Constantinople.
Constantinople. What year was that you last saw her?
$1162, I believe. She was on her deathbed.
Wow. That was Where's Latin?
And you will essentially see her disappear momentarily, and in a blink of an eye, she is across the room and on top of a very, very tall ladder.
All the way up there, huh?
She nods. Yes, Latin is on top.
Well, looks like I'm climbing up a ladder.
Do you want me to hold the base, Scott?
That would be swell.
Okay, buddy.
But gotta wait for her to come down first, because that would be very awkward.
Catherine just stands at the base of the ladder.
And she's just going to start throwing books down at Scott.
Oh my God. Okay. He's trying to catch, like he's trying to do that stereotypical like gag with the dinner plates, trying to catch him, you know?
Would you like to roll Dex Athletics to see how he does?
We sure can.
Would you like me to roll for backup catching?
Are we all just back?
As I
catching
assume a
this.
bunch of books are raining down.
Hey, what? 2 successes.
You do okay. And as long as nobody botches, with your combined efforts, you will be able to catch the books she throws down. There are 7 of them. And then she'll be back on the ground again.
Oh, this is
Scott,
Yep.
you want to roll your Intelligence Order of Hermes lore?
Intelligence Order of Hermes. Okay. 1 second. Shelby, that was something. The lores, believe it or not, I never got those really sorted out.
You should have gotten 2 dots of Order of Hermes lore when you joined.
Okay, well, when I joined, it was a fresh awakening with
Well, when you joined the order, officially.
Oh, okay. All right. So. Just the one, I guess.
Okay. one success, you vaguely recognize the golden sigil that is on the cover of the books.
Oh, that one. And he excitedly finds a table to plop it on.
And indeed, the book will begin with a foreword discussing, like, thanking various Hermetic scholars, some whose names you recognize and some whose names you don't. And forewords mentioning other strange groups of various flowery ancient names, including amongst them the Order of Moloch, as the very first one, indeed.
I'm gonna be skimming through for any signs of that the outsider language.
Okay. As you dig through it, Lilia, the woman will continue to toss down books with similar sigils, and on about the 7th book, you will find the words of the lullaby, transcribed in a way that, with your linguistic knowledge, maybe just a little bit clumsy. Maybe the cadence isn't exactly perfect, or the vowels are a bit inconsistent, but it definitely says the same thing.
Oh, the words that I had prior.
Uh-huh.
This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. He's going to start to read. Yeah, like this is like research time. He's gonna get all those books with those sigils, and he kind of looks. To anybody watching him, the rest of the world may not exist right now, as he's laying these books out and is just pouring over them.
The books give a name to the creature as Jathukla, Sleeper of Nikai. And it even has, like, artist renditions. They're not perfectly accurate to the photograph that Felix took, but there are definitely some similarities. If you think of old medieval drawings where they try to draw animals based on nothing but a description, that's kind of the level of inaccuracy you'll see in it.
Look, this is it. That's it.
Does it have anything about killing it?
Kill.
Kill, seal, anything?
The woman blinks. Kill?
It's rare that we haven't just killed our problems.
To claim to kill a sleeper is like attempting to kill a tornado or a thunderstorm.
So you have to wait it out.
She shakes her head. It has no concept of what we call death.
So it's gotta go back to sleep.
She nods. Yes. The awakenings of them, or if they are possible, the death throes, will simply awaken more. And if they all were to rise, then my entire order would have failed its purpose. I could not abide that.
Okay, so that's right out.
How do we put it back to sleep then? Because we've had this lullaby, and I don't think that may work. Whoop.
Oh, we lost Katie.
Yep. There she is.
Sorry, my ship froze up.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, last I heard was, how do we make it go back to sleep?
Welcome back. She'll say, my order has a method to keep them sleeping by and large, but I am unsure if you'll like it.
Takes a sharp inhale. Lay it on me.
In order to keep these creatures resting, what we must do is ensure their dreams are fruitful. They never get bored. They have much keeping them within their own slumber, so that they needn't sate their desires by awakening and destroying what we know as the world.
Wailing, pain, blood, it is joyous. All. Oh! Horror and tragedy contended. It likes that shit.
She'll nod.
I mean, a hospital burned down. Isn't that a step in the right direction or something?
It is very small.
So, purely academic question here.
The last time that I know of that one of them was stirring, so in order to put it back to sleep, one of my hive members decimated a massive stretch of land. She thinks for a moment, goes and grabs a book. She's back in less than a second and sets it down. The page number has artist depictions of what happened in Pompeii.
Jesus.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not exactly the genocide kind of guy.
Catherine gets a bit of a dark look and steps away from the table. She does not seem to be facing the group.
It has been a long time since I've had contact with magic using humans. Is there nothing you can do to simulate such an event? I do not mean to sound insensitive.
No.
Wait. Simulate. So it only needs the impression that it's happening.
It must have fruitful dreams. If there is another way to ensure them.
Okay, well, first of all, that's beyond my capability.
Can we throw it in the danger room and just call it good? Set it to like mass chaos or something?
You have a danger room?
We
Yeah.
have a lot of things.
Like from X-Men?
Yeah. Why do you think we call it the danger room?
You all know what this would entail, right?
Putting it in a room and locking the door?
Catherine slaps her palms on the table. For the second time in recent history, we're going to have to steal the Willamette meteorite.
Oh. I thought you were going to be like, mass murder. I like this better.
Yeah.
Scott, are you still reading that book?
Sure.
Okay. As you continue going through, you mostly get descriptions of the creature, theories on what it is, what it would want. Some seem somewhat correct, some fairly incorrect. And there is also mention of the Celestial Chorus, or rather, I have to look up what their name was at the time. Sorcerer's Crusade. Well, there we go. The Cor Celesti. You can probably guess what that means without a lore roll.
Mhm.
Having developed a holy material that binds the true names of the very magical effects themselves into it and nullifies it. The Ordo Hermeticum has dubbed the material Premium, and it has been useful in binding small manifestations of the Outer Dark and the other worlds, though it's never been tried on a large scale.
Okay. Scott reaches into his bag and he pulls out a notepad and he starts to translate this stuff into English. This and he holds up the notepad to Kitty. This may be the ticket, but again, beyond my capabilities.
Okay, so Catherine's had a lot of experiences in her life. And I know that, like, on an OOC level, she literally watched Premium get harvested off of dead hit marks. I don't know if she knew what she was seeing or if it was ever explained to her.
You can roll your mage lore, difficulty 8. Considering you lived with a Templar, you might have heard something.
Okay, I'll do that. Here we go. Fail. There's a flat fail.
Oh, okay. You don't know what that is.
Premium.
Leans over, looks.
I'll have to reach out to some people I know, see if they know what that even is.
Yeah, that may be the best course of action.
Bind it with whatever this material is. And
What do
throw
you mean,
it.
like, bind it?
I mean, like, we find a way to bind it. And then we huck it into a room that will be nothing but a simulated series of tragedies forever and ever and ever. I'll probably have to start a whole new order while unnaturally extending my life to hold guardianship over the goddamn thing.
Or create your own order.
Just like the exact opposite of what I want to do with my life, but this can't be allowed to happen twice.
The woman is taken to looking at the cat pictures. Occasionally she giggles a little.
The point is, we have an effective plan of action now.
So, just a thought on this whole stealing thing. Couldn't,
I'm already there. I'll talk
Oh.
to them.
okay. Had a person who could do the like snap. It's over there now, right?
Taylor, I know all kinds of people.
Ma'am?
Hmm?
May I ask your name?
Oh, Liliana.
Liliana, it's so nice to meet you. My name is Scott Crane. And I would love to be able to come back here and explore your archives again sometime in the future, if that would be allowed.
She grins. If you can put the sleeper back to sleep, you're welcome among the order whenever.
That sounds wonderful because this is really stunning. I love what you did here, and there's so much goodness here. It's yes, I thank you.
Would that offer happen to be extended to
You're a robot.
I am? Oh. And I'll be right back.
Don't be insensitive. He's called a glass walker.
Oh.
Better?
Yes.
Yeah. Felix says, would that offer happen to extend to any gestures to the rest of the party?
Of course. If you are capable of suppressing the sleeper, you may consider yourselves honorary members of the Order of Moloch, and thus have some access to our libraries.
Turns a glance to Scott. Just said libraries.
Hey, he's got both fists on covering his mouth, like in the biggest like.
Snaps a picture because that's fucking funny and Felix is rubbing off on her.
It's fun.
I don't
isn't
think
it?
I've ever seen him this happy. Like ever.
And now it's immortalized. uh,
Okay. Scott, do you have what we need?
I think I could take one quick look to see if there's anything else, but pretty sure that's our best shot.
Okay.
Good Lord, do I want to stay?
I don't blame you, ma'am, but you need things like food.
Felix gives her such a look.
Running water.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, man. We'll fix it, and then you can come back around.
Help me raise an army after this, and I'll take you myself.
This place is awesome. Well,
Shelby, sorry,
go ahead.
I didn't know. Sorry, I thought Shelby might not have known that she was muted. I retract.
Nope.
Oh, sorry, I might have misheard. What was the last thing said?
Nothing really, but I was about to say, well, I can't return if we don't go.
Right. Scott, do you want me to take any pictures from that book? Anything you might want to keep so we can look at again later?
Take a picture of what I wrote down, because that's the most important part.
Okay. And the cover of the book, because it's sweet.
How do you preserve memories in the technology?
It's sorcery with the lights.
Taylor's just gonna sidle over and open her phone and show her where the camera is and how to click the button, and then show her where the gallery is and how to look at them and how to delete them.
Most fascinating. And he's going to pull out the phone and take a picture of the four of you.
Taylor feels immediate regret.
Yeah.
Catherine tries to at least look cool in the picture.
Yeah.
Scott looks fucking dumb.
Felix is gonna dab.
Oh, you are not dabbing alone, good sir.
Yes.
Whereas Catherine just accepts this.
Scott looks like, bad driver's license photo.
What is this gesture? Is it a salute?
It is.
I
It
see.
is a sign of victory and is very honorable indeed. It is translated in the language of meme.
And she will nod. Are there many noble warriors of the meme?
Countless. Silent
And
heroes.
she will, although it'll be a very solemn and very quick and precise gesture, and she will return the salute.
Yes.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Liliana.
I really hope I don't have to bleed to go back up.
I don't believe so.
Yes.
Would you like to take the stairs?
Yeah.
And she's going to lead everybody down some more archways into a room. This one appearing a little more personal, that has many gorgeous and beautiful artworks lost to time, sculptures, a lot of art, a lot of pretty shit. And she will lead everybody to a large stairwell Should lead you to somewhere relatively secluded. I've never had any breaches of it, so I assume nobody has found it yet.
And nobody will.
That would be much appreciated. I'll show you out. I must go feed anyway.
Oh yeah, we're gonna just skim over that detail.
And as the group ascends before they part ways, Catherine looks over to Liliana. I meant what I said. In the aftermath, I'll take guardianship over it. It shouldn't be too hard to find me.
Your sacrifice will be honored, and will have full support of the Order.
Catherine Lovechild, 4th of House Lovechild.
She grins and holds out her hand.
Catherine
Liliana.
shakes it.
Liliana, Butcher of Constantinople. Bali of the Order of Moloch.
Catherine tries her best as a firm handshake, but she probably cannot out-firm Liliana.
Oh no, she has strength well above 5.
At least there will be a perceivable effort. Laughable, but perceived.
And once everybody makes it up the stairs, they will find themselves sitting in the middle of a large forest full of greenery. The doorway beneath will close and be fully obscured as they part ways. And the woman starts humming very softly as she calmly walks in a direction. Go get a late night snack.
Taylor is going to take a moment and pull up her Maps app and bookmark where she's standing.
You're definitely still in the Czech Republic. I mean, you're not that far off from where the actual Bone Ossuary is. It's just a lot of forest and greenery and very dense.
Oh, that's cool. That's good too. Directions are also a good idea. I just wanted to be an asshole and be like, it is right here. I put a marker. It's on my Google account now.
Felix.
Yes?
I'm going to drop some pretenses for a moment. Can you deal with that?
Yeah.
I have a very strong idea of your particular camp's attitude towards some of the things we saw. Can I trust that your report will be abbreviated?
We met with a vampire who showed us their library and read from an ancient tome.
Do you really even need to mention the vampire? We found a library. It had the books in it.
Ah, that's fair.
Little thumbs up.
Yeah?
Yep. Secret
They're
library.
both doing this now. Huh?
Secret library in the Bone Cathedral. Is that one cool?
I swear
found
to
a
God, if
secret.
this place gets Library of Alexandria, then you will rue the day.
All
We
right.
found a secret library. The nerd did his nerd shit.
We got the info. We do the thing. Save the world. Those other little details. Just little details. Holds up the little thumb and finger, little details. No big.
Right. Yeah. If I spoke about acting passive around one of those, I probably would have been pretty hurt myself. So
hey, we're helping each other with this version of the tale.
yeah.
Everything works out. And Catherine puts an arm around Felix as they're walking. Felix, dearest of my friends.
A phrase he doesn't get to hear very often, so he smiles a little.
Welcome to how I do things. Isn't it nice? Everybody gets to look like a hero.
Hey, Felix.
Mhm.
This Catherine chick, she kind of reminds you of someone you know.
Yeah.
Blink.
Yeah. It's I prefer to do it this way too. I learned from someone that dealt similarly, I think.
Sounds like a smart guy.
Mhm.
Okay, now that all that bleh type shit about abbreviations and everybody looking good's done with, I know we got some time to burn before our flight back. Does anybody want to grab a beer?
Oh yeah.
I think I need water and a little bit of sugar.
Oh yeah, orange juice and cookie. Orange juice and cookie.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm starting to get lightheaded now.
Beer for us, food and orange juice for Scott. Onward to a restaurant.
And yeah, at that point Felix pulls up Google Maps. Restaurant. Local cuisine. Oh, would you look at this place? Oh, this is nice. It actually says tavern.
Well, let's have four guys walk into a tavern.
I'm not going to shit in a corner.
I don't think any of us are, buddy. I don't think any of us are.
And as the mages head off to get their food and their drinks and prepare for the excruciatingly long and boring journey back to New York City, I believe this is where we can end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Living World of Darkness, Rage Mage.